Hey everybody, today I wanted to review a new flick, a found footage movie. But first I want to welcome a new member, a subscriber. I'm probably gonna butcher the name, Pica El Merda de Mis Vemos, so I'm not sure if that's the complete name, but welcome, and I hope you like the reviews coming, and I can only say welcome so many times. So I hope you like this review though. The Taking of Deborah Logan, it's not a hidden gem. It's not a hidden gem movie. I think a lot of people heard of the Taking of Deborah Logan. It has a 6.0 on IMDb. But now, first, before I start talking about the movie, I actually was curious. Okay, the 6 point, the above the 6 movies. I always look at IMDb, not Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb. So I went on IMDb. Which one got the highest rating was apparently one of the highest ratings. I don't know what I have to say. Had a 7.4. Was Rec, the Spanish version. Can you believe that? Because a lot of people aren't into Rec because it's just a dull zombie, sort of a zombie movie, but apparently it's a 7.4, yeah. And the Blair Witch gets a 6.3. So, Taking of Deborah Logan is Deborah Logan is played by Anne Ramsey, who does an amazing job. What she has to go through, because in the entire movie you think this is gonna be a spoiler review, so for the people who want to see this movie, listen to what I have to say about the acting, the actors, the atmosphere, and the things like that. The movie has the fact that Deborah Logan is so great in acting. She plays all these different parts really well. She's a beautiful old lady, and then she turns into an ugly old lady because her hair falls out, her eyes get more, I'm saying darker or something, but her teeth are like rotten, and there are things that's happening to her that are unexplainable. But mentally, they think that it's multiple personality disorder and a case of the senile case. Now her daughter Anna Ramsey doesn't believe them, and she's Sarah Logan, and she invites this documentary crew played by Mia, Gavin, and Louise, who basically have to document the moments when she's going apeshit, and maybe then they believe it isn't multiple personality, because she doesn't believe in multiple personality. And so yeah, they start setting up cameras. The same deal with a lot of these teams that come in your house in different angles. Sometimes you have a camera, and in the background you have Deborah Logan staring at him, and on his back, and create tension. You know, there's a buildup of tension, which I like. There's a buildup of tension, and Deborah Logan, you see through the cracks that she sometimes doesn't seem to be who she is. She also has, like, she forgets a lot of things, so maybe Alzheimer's, they don't know, but she forgets sometimes the name of her own daughter and things like that. And yeah, it's they point. There's a moment at night at when the movie is playing at 29 minutes 45 seconds. She's playing the piano, and she's looking to the cameras, the left one, then the right one, and then you can see her true face, the true identity, because she's obviously possessed by something. The true identity of what it is. Pretty creepy moment. Of course, there's this scene where they go. One of the camera crew members go down, and she's standing on the kitchen table with a knife, and she attacks him. And this guy, I think it's Louise, and he's shocked from the attack. And I think at some point he says, "Fuck this! I'm gonna go home. I don't want to go through this." And Mia's like, "Come on, we have to." Wow, like double pay, I'll double pay. No, I'm out of here. Bye. He's basically the smart one. Actually, he's the smartest one of all these movies. Okay, he's a coward, but like found footage movies, you know what happens at the end. Luckily, this doesn't happen at the end, but most of the movies, they don't happen with a happy ending. You know what I mean? They don't have an happy ending. So it's only Mia, Gavin, and then of course Sarah Logan, who's helping them. So they're see her boarding up the windows, and she's asking why, because there's somebody standing in the corner. There's somebody standing outside on the grass, next to the tree. Somebody's standing there, and then they find her in the middle of the night stabbing the soil with a spatula and things like that. Basically, she sees something that the other ones don't see, but they see it. There is a moment when the neighbor comes and does something weird. I think he wanted to shoot somebody, and then the police was involved, and she was taken to the hospital, Deborah Logan, and this guy they knew for a long time, but he wanted to shoot somebody. I'm guessing he wanted to shoot the camera crew or Deborah. No, he knew what she was or something. Or in any case, she goes to the hospital, and she at some point abducts a little girl called Care. And Care is taken, and you have this camera footage of a guard standing outside the door. You can't leave here with her. You can't leave her. You cannot leave. And she spits up acid in the guy's face, because like a snake spits out sort of poison. Snake, you have snakes that spit poison, so he's like, oh fuck, Jesus fucking Christ. So they go through the door, and basically what happens is, to cut it short, the sheriff is going there, Mia is going there with Gavin, and Sarah. They are following them, and they end up in a old cave. Before that happens, a cop dies. She kills a cop, not knowing how, but she kills a cop, and that's first behind her, and the other cop is still behind, you know, going back for backup, because he found the cop dead and he went back for backup and things like that. And she is in this cave. Basically, you see her at some, which is a really weird scene. You see her going, her hair is like almost gone. She has these black eyes, and black with white in them, and you see her taking a look at the people looking at her, and meanwhile she's eating up the girl, but like a swan eats its food without chewing. It's like, it's a weird scene. Eventually they save her, and they, you know, they get the girl out of there, and they try to help her, and there's the, you know, priest comes and things comes. Eventually what happens is that Deborah Logan is carried out there, apparently fine. I mean, she has all these physical, you know, problems now. I think she does have, at this moment on, she is schizoid. She has senile problems. She has Alzheimer's. She has all these problems left by this devil called, weird name, Desardan. The demon was called Desardan. So what was the meaning of Desardan was creating, so basically creating another girl, making the girl be a new demon, and that she would have been spit out at some point. So basically they were, and that's the point of the movie. At some point she's 1 year old, so, or 1 year, 2 years old. I'm not sure how old she is. I'm not sure. I think she was older, a few years old, and they're clapping, and she's looking at the camera, and she's like smiling, but in a way like there's going more around with this, yeah, with this girl. There's more going on with her. Yeah. And the movie ends. So basically we are supposed to think, okay, maybe the girl's okay, but maybe the demon, Desardan, went into her body, and she is now this snake demon, so to speak. I mean, this movie is really great. It's eerie. It's got atmosphere. It's got tension. It's from the beginning, actually, it's got tension and atmosphere, because Deborah Logan really plays it well, and she does play, because the scene, the piano scene is really hard to see. You really have to, it's dark and you really have to pay attention. So if you don't, it's like a flicker of a second, but that you can see her demon face, but the days are then face, but in a flicker of a second. But at least the first and half of the second act, they just think she's senile, she's has problems with things, seeing things that aren't there and things like that, and I say for some reason the old guy comes to her with a shotgun and starts shooting up the place, and then they call the police, and her neighbor, which she has sort of a good bond with, but I'm almost thinking she made him his acolyte, go to kill the camera crew. You know what I mean? But I'm not sure of that. It's like I said, it has good acting. I mean, Deborah Logan, Deborah Logan, Barbara, Jill, no, Jill Barsoa, Jill Barsos is Jill Barsos is Deborah Logan. I mean, she really did an extremely well job of just not only being normal, a sweet old lady, going to that subtle, senile, or that subtle schizoid and senile and even Alzheimer, multiple problems, multiple disabilities, and anger from probably the demon. So slowly, more and more, they see her and she's unhinged and starting to do things like standing on like I said, on the kitchen sink, and then jumping to another side of the kitchen sink, attacking the camera guy with a knife. I mean, she's getting more and more, out of touch of reality. And like I said, that was really well done, really well done. And the acting is all good. The daughter is convincing. The crew is also convincing because, like I said, Louise, I mean, it's the only, I never had a guy in a found footage movie who just said, fuck this, I'm gone. You can, I mean, I never seen in a found footage movie that's usually the guy who wants to go is talking down and talk down because he has to, because there's money involved, or he get more money, or there's his contract will be denied and he will be fired and things like that. But this guy didn't give a shit and just went away. Now in this movie, Mia and Gavin survive, of course, Sarah Logan too, but like I said, the Cora girl, the way she looks at the camera, smiles like an evil laugh, like, I'm not sure. They leave it open. So if you never seen this one, which I don't think so, but still, if you never seen this one, there are people that maybe never seen this one, it's a great movie, The Taking of Deborah Logan. Watch it now and let me know what you think about it. Bye.